Need to be more positive on this channel. Let's celebrate a promotion. Richie Wellens' Leyton Orient have reached the Sky Bet League 1 after promotion from League 2. A team that started their journey to winning the league with a 2-0 win over my club, Grimsby. They'll be competing in the 3rd division of English football, which we're going to place them in today and see how they do for further success. I've gone ahead and replaced all the clubs that are currently in the bottom 4 of League 1 with the top 4 of League 2 to make this fair, and that is of the Sunday, I think it's the 8th today. I'm not sure. At the time of recording this, I am kind of approaching exam season, still trying to get these videos out, so what would really make me feel better in this strenuous time is if you subscribe to the channel and left a like on the video. And there's no need for a manager change. Richie Wellens will be in charge of this club. He's guided the promotion and it doesn't look like him, but he will be staying. This is the team that we're challenged to win promotion with, and to be fair, it's a lot weaker than I actually thought. Moncur was a signing from Hull City. Paul Smyth is an incredible player. James can hit a rocket of a shot. And Vigouroux in goal has to stay. Not going to get much luck, only with 2 million to spend. And the board expecting mid-table already. Now, this might be an impossible challenge from the get-go. At least we've got a decent youth academy player this time, though. Harvey Stewart. 70 rated, 16-year-old. You know he's in the first team. And contracts for the first thing we wanted to sort out, and I think we have done. The only one not signing, should I say, is Darren Bradley, who's retiring. And it's proving definitely very difficult to sign some players. So I'm putting all my money into one, and I'm hoping he could maybe keep us in this division. We've piled every penny into, it's not going to be number 13, but Adam Randell from Plymouth Argyle, I'm pretty sure. 21-year-old, 66 rated. He will take replacement of Craig Clay, the ex-Mariner, to try and hopefully cement our position. That leaves us with 250k. Gulp. And the first game that's not easy against Portsmouth. Pompey playing at a level that is so below par for them, as we get a 1-1 draw still. Paul Smith and Morel for them, the Welshman. At least Drinnan's gone up a rating after that game as well, but trusting this team overall for an entire season has me worried. But hopefully that worry with Stewart and co can just disappear as we aim to get mid-table. And a lot of players recalled when we get halfway through this season, which we've simulated up to. That's going to make this season difficult. Oh my days, though. We're 9th in League 1. We're not doing bad at all. 41 points. 6 off the promotion places with the game in hand. That's got me excited, as 24 points Northampton. That is us. Very clear. Not completing his clean sheet bonus, but I don't care. And not enough money as well. So if we do get an offering for any of us players, we'll probably consider it. But if not, we go into the end to see our fate. Yeah, no signings coming our way. But look at Randall and look at Stewart. The 2 players got in this season. Fair to say they're not too shabby, Alonso. And we only hit 7 of the clean sheets. Don't know why I keep going to that when it's a very low thing for us. I mean, the board are pretty happy with the mid-table, or is it more? It's not. It is actually a 9th place finish. We were 7 points off Ipswich, so that's not too bad. Very far away from the relegation places, and Stevenage survived. That's actually a shock for me. Liverpool win the FA Cup over West Ham United. Guessing we didn't get very far. Didn't get to the round of 16 according to the board, as Tottenham won the Carabao. Papa John's goes to Portsmouth as well, the team that we played in the first fixture this season. And 15 goals for Charlie Kelman, who is a lone player. We need to replace them somehow. Paul Smith in second, at least he's permanent. Randall now almost 70 rated with a good fair contributions. I love that man. Love Moncur as well, they're permanent. Same with James with 5 and 6 from right back. And then Stewart for 75 rated, not good stats. He may be off. So, another day, another year, and another dollar, hopefully, that we can spend if we get it given to us. They want a fight for promotion. They want an important player signing and one selling. Okay, that's a weird objective. 3 million? Are you joking me? You're only giving us 3 million? To rebuild this team, we need Craig Clay replacing. And, yeah, I think that would be the end of Stewart then. We've got to get rid of him. We need the money, so he's going to stay on the bench for now. And I think we're going to prioritise maybe striker, midfielder, An attacking midfielder if Moncur goes down more. And there goes Stewart. He's departing the club to go to either Almeria or Bournemouth. I've let him decide. And he chose Bournemouth, giving us 15 million to spend. So without further ado, let's start with signings because we've got to make a few this season. First one into the club is Ben Woodburn. He comes across from Preston North End. There he is with the in-game face. What was once a huge star for Liverpool. He's that attacking midfielder alongside a familiar face. Idris El Mizouni, who was on loan last season. We've almost paid 2 million to get him back, but I don't care. Worth having him here. And this is what the team looks like going into the start of this season. I think we're almost at the first game with a striker still needed. Aye, we've got Barnsley in League One. How are we going to get on with Reds? If you didn't know, that's a Yorkshire accent even thicker than mine, as it's a 2-0 win. George Moncur and Paul Smyth. We didn't have one score, so Niall Ennis joins Alan, or is it Alan or Adam Randall? He's coming across from Plymouth Argyle for almost 2 million as well, so spent a fair bit this season. And before you mention it in the comments, I did look at Charlie Kelman, a fan favourite, but he didn't want to move from QPR. 9 million left, so we've spent quite a bit, and to be fair, I'm going to put a lot into scouting, and we might as well use as free signing. Romney Critchlow, who was at Bradford before, will be a backup centre-half. Please tell me we're doing better this season after simulating through. We're in the Papa John's Trophy still. What an achievement that is. Oh, and we're second in League One. 3 points clear of Plymouth Argyle, where we stole 2 future players from them, sorry. And then Barnsley at top of the league, who we played first and beat. So, although they are 11 points clear, we can try and put up a fight, but 8 defeats to 3. Be a hard task. Safe to say this team's enjoying it so far, apart from 2 defenders, Hunt and Hap, not looking happy, as we probably could do with maybe one more signing just to shore it up and guarantee promotion. And we're going to make one more signing as well in this window just to try and make Hap even more unhappier. If you pardon the same pun again. Dominic Iorfa comes across from Sheffield Wednesday for a bit of a steal to hopefully take us to the Championship and join them. And we've actually failed to get promotion. However, we're still in the playoffs. Plymouth won the league. Barnsley finished 7th. They dropped out altogether and they were clear at the top. We've got Shrewsbury promoted as well. Oh my days. But it's Rotherham we're going to face in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. That's the FA Cup that I've clicked on. Anyway, we'll check this one. Liverpool win on pens. Yeah, we're away at Rotherham to start off with. Oxford, Sunderland. Interesting ties. Carabao, it's worth checking. Newcastle won that over penalties again with Man City. They've lost 2 cups on penalties. As the Papa Johns went to Mansfield Town over Barnsley. Were we anywhere near? No. Got beat by Rotherham, who we face right now. We have to give it us all here against Rotherham, please. Right, we start off with a 2-1 win. Ennis and Woodburn. We still have to make sure that we get the win at home. And it's an aggregate one apiece. Theo Archibald and Chicom with the goal for them. But walk on, cause you're out of here. And we have a final here against Oxford. So Sunderland not going through. I can't remember if these finished above us or behind us. But we should be going to the Championship. It is 2 promotions in 3 years for Leyton Orient. Richie Wellens' men do it again. And now Paul Smyth with 2 goals and Woodburn with 1. Smith's brace ultimately sending us up as, I think, well, playoff winners, not champions. What am I thinking? Has my striker Ennis been as sleep deprived as I am? No. Ben Woodburn with most goals, and Ennis did get 10. Theo Archibald with 10 as well. Paul Smyth with 14. He is the star. He is the shining star who's been here from the start, but I do like Ben Woodburn as well, now 72 rated. Revived his career, and it's worth saying Randall needs a shout because he's got 11 assists. Championship Leyton Orient. Who would have expected to say that at this stage? Promotion, a breather season, and then another promotion with this team. I can see that Woodburn and Randall, the 2 signings, are proving to be the best player, or best players, with El Mizouni not far behind. What is our budget? 11 million. Hey, that is not bad money, you know, for Richie Wellens to invest. So without further ado, let's strengthen. We've got 3 League One signings coming in. Yes, I know. Signing from the division I've just been in, always the English leagues. We will make sure to change that, but we couldn't pass on Ricardo Santos from Bolton. Very cheap, along with Aaron Cashin. I don't know if I've got that first name right. Is it Ewan? Aaron? He is an Irish player, so well, I'm leaning towards Ewan. But welcome, the young centre-back. And with the next one, I've spent all the money. It's a good one. The man who was on loan at Millwall last year is Callum Styles, the Hungarian. But he was born in Barnsley, I want to say. I might be completely wrong. Played for Barnsley anyway. He is 75 rated at 24. Relatively low wages, as they still expect us to make money. Finished mid-table. And ignore the transfer hub as I'm looking at Charlie Kelman because we can't sign him. He's too important to QPR. Oh no, we'll have to replace him with a young superstar, an 18-year-old 73 rated Matthew Coles. Oh no. What a shame. There he is in all his glory, sat up front in the team. 18-year-old, our only free agent of this window. We're making the most of when we can actually sign them to build the team that actually looks like it should comfortably survive this division. Let's hope it all goes to plan against Coventry. A very solid team. Once were a League 2 team not long ago, so they've took the same trajectory as Orient. But Kiragoga, I don't know how you say that. But he scores to give us an L. And are we surviving? That is the thing that I want to look at. And we're 18th in the league. Maybe it's not the mid-table finish, but we're very close to Sheffield United. Disappointed with you, Blades, as Coventry occupy relegation at the moment. We're 9 points clear of them as well, so quite a distance off. Shrewsbury and Peterborough, ex-fellow League 1 teams at the bottom, does help our cause. We'll definitely not reach the playoffs, I'm guessing. The playoffs, 45 points. To our measly 28. Still, a season to remember, really. We've got some players them higher up will be jealous of. They're not happy, though. We've got a lot of unhappy faces. Callum Styles is okay. I mean, everyone really in the team should be happy. Santos isn't, and Randall isn't, and Theo Archibald. But how he was at Grimsby, how he behaved, I'm glad he's unhappy. Fair to say, I'm not really a big fan of his tactics, as we only have 283k after putting a scout out, so swings and roundabouts. And we finished the season with a weak rating. Turns out we didn't hit mid-table. What does that mean? It means 18th, okay. I'm guessing that should be mid-table though. Yeah, it's lower mid-table, but it's not relegation. It's not in a relegation battle. We were 13 points clear. One of the worst seasons I think we've had, and we still kind of survived easily, as Liverpool win the FA Cup over Villa. Carabao Cup won by Tottenham for once. Here are the teams in the playoffs in our league. West Brom, Blackburn, Norwich and Preston. I think all of them bottled it this year. Sorry to the fans of those clubs. And yeah, I think we've definitely got contracts still to sign for them players that have just really arrived, as the top scorer is Matthew Coles, probably as expected, 15. Ben Woodburn, though, 13 and 9. He is actually reviving his career at Leyton Orient, with Paul Smyth still doing well. Sorry to you getting involved, the Cyprian. Very good, very nice. 6 million given in season number 4. I'm hoping that goes a long way, even though it isn't as much as the 11 we got last year. Probably did come mostly from the Stewart money. As the team, we've got to look out wide now. We've got to look at probably James first. Sorry, mate. I think he's a decent player. Archibald, definitely. Paul Smith, I might still trust. And Vigouroux. I think his time has come. He's getting older by the minute. And we've left it quite a while before our first signing. Going back to Barnsley, we love to sign the players from the Tykes. And Jordan Williams is a right back. And another one coming through the door is Connor Chaplin. I'm going to probably put him on the right-hand side. He is already the same rating as Archibald, however. But as you know, we get 2 free signings. We get Hassan Bande because we get 2 each season. So that is it. We shut them off with a backup striker. And we've actually gone ahead and made another young signing. We've signed Oscar Persson. So a 19-year-old 70 rated right back. Even though we've just got Williams. I feel a lot more confident. For this first game against Luton Town, how are we going to do against these? A 1-1 draw, Paul Smith and Corley Woodrow. Most middle of the road game you can get. And our last signing is right here. We've signed Kai Cooper from Manchester City for 2.3 million overpaid. 16-year-old, 69 rated. Looks like we've just signed Stewart back. And guess what? Relegation zone. Relegation zone. That's not the mid-table we wanted. And of course we've got to reduce players' wages, make profit. Do you want to see how much money we've got? We've got 15 quid. £15. This season's struggle for money has seen Paul Smyth leave the club. Did someone take over Paul Smyth in goal scoring? Oh, yes, they did, actually. Hassane, Bande, Woodburn, and Matthew Coles. I am hoping we haven't got relegated. The board aren't happy. Does that mean we're down? No, it doesn't. It's actually an improvement on last year overall by 2 positions, 16th. It's still meh. West Ham United have won the FA Cup. Shocks going on everywhere apart from at Orient. Team's good enough as well now as Man City won the Carabao derby. And they're the teams in the playoffs. Sheffield United have improved. All we need to try and do is improve just like they've done right there. I'm guessing they want it. Yes, fighting for promotion. I knew that improvement would come at some point. And then a crucial forward when we've got Coles already. Maybe it's a formation change we need. Maybe something like this, and then we go and get a different winger over Archibald, because even Cooper's not took over him yet, which is a weird one. Goalkeeper is what I want. Goalkeeper, centre-back, winger. 3 positions to put all our money into. So let's go out there and get a big player to start off with. Samuel Umtiti as a free agent from Lecce's release. Yes, please. And 3 million left after this next big signing that I've got to show you straight away. A goalkeeper, Matti Braun, the German, 21-year-old, 6'6", 75 rated beast. Oh my days. And we've signed Fabian Wowzanak. We call him Wow, because you want to see his rating for this division. We are allowed him as our second free agent, and wow. Literally wow. He's 83 rated. He's got to be the regen of course, the legend Robert Lewandowski here at Leyton Orient. If Cole can actually play as a winger, we have a solid squad on our hands. Of course, all the new lads will start this next game. Huddersfield Town in our route to the Premier League, hopefully. We've got a weak right-hand side, which we probably need to fix in January. And we've actually lost the first game to Huddersfield. Thumbs up, my Stu. Are we actually pushing higher up? Okay, 10th. It's not where we want to be. Oh, and we're, what, 12 points off playoffs? It's a disgusting points gap, which I don't think will make up, so this fight promotion may not happen. 85 rated, wow. Step your game up, mate. To be fair, if we do sell him, we'll make a lot of money anyway. As Umtiti very unhappy. Mate, you signed up to come here. Wait until I tell you what's happened this season. You can see a 10th place finish already. Yeah? All dandy. Bored unhappy that we didn't push for the Prem. Me as well. Judging how we have an 85 rated striker. 86 rated striker at 20-year-old, scoring 24 goals with Woodburn on 13. He should be flying away from Woodburn and Connor Chaplin. And now Kai Cooper getting involved. Not much from Coles now, as this is what I wanted to show you. Semi-finals of the FA Cup. Gain automatic promotion. It has to be really for the board's aims, for our aims, and for the team we have. Wow, up front is 86 rated. I think we're going to sell Coles now, because he can't be a backup to that man for very long. We need another central midfielder on the bench. And I've changed the formation to allow some attacking midfielders to come in. And there goes Coles already. He's going for 18 million to Werder Bremen. Now I'll have a look at the finances, and we've got 26 million to spend. That is surely enough to take little Leyton Orient to the Premier League. And here is our first signing, a huge one for the left-hand side. It is Ryan Kent coming from Rangers. On a free, however, so we've still got that 26 mil. And before we get this first game done, we've signed yet another really decent player. That's not him. We've already signed you, Ryan Kent. I'll show you the player we've spent a lot of money on. We spent 12.2 million on Adam Cunningham. He's an 18-year-old, 76 rated, 6'4" centre-back. A man mountain who will hopefully be with us through the Premier League. Speaking of, we've got to make it there. The first game is kind of a derby game against QPR, the London derby. It's going to be, for the first game, oh my dear, a 2-0 loss. Lindbergh and Willock. Are you having me on? And our last signing right here, you'll probably see him walking into the training ground. He's a fan favourite from a career we did a bit ago. It is Kieran Dowell coming for 4 million. From Norwich City. So hopefully Kieran's helped us this way through the season as we're going to check the table. Oh, okay. Third is okay. I would have expected us to be second, really close with first, but I'm being too greedy, it seems. We're top of the playoffs, and we are only 2 points off Bristol City, who always put a charge like 5 seasons in anyway, so it's difficult to play against them. We're very far away from relegation, which includes the team that beat us on day one. I don't believe it. As finances, we've got 5 million, so we can actually spend money. And we've got an 88 rated in the championship. If we don't get promoted, I'm going to cry. So most of the money goes into wages, actually. And we do sign one up. Akinkunmi from Derby. He's a winger, but he doesn't come in till next season because that's on a pre-contract. End of the year as well. Playoffs, it seems. It seems like Watford jumped above Bristol City as well. To be fair, we're 1 point off. And the same on goal difference. 1 game's let us down from automatic. West Brom is who we're going to face at the Hawthorns start off with. Interesting tie. As looking at the cups, the Carabao won by West Ham United. FA Cup goes to Fulham of all teams. Well done, Fulham. So how's this first game going to get along? We've got an 89 rated striker in the championship. He should fire us up. But he fires one in at a 2-2. Got to win this second leg, lads. Come on. There he goes again, and he scores. And our new signing, the centre-half, makes it 4-3. And we're going to Wembley. Looks like we have Blackburn in the final, which I'm hoping we beat. So let's make sure we make this Premier League, shall we? Come on, we've got a huge game. Mateo Joseph up front for them, and it's a 4-2 win. Wow, with 2 goals in added time to send Leyton Orient to the promised land, Premier League, after too many seasons. Top scorer is Wow with 34 goals at this level. Woodburn with 19. He's still on fire. He's Ben Woodburn. Literally, that's how you make fire. Burn wood. Premier League. What an achievement. Finally, it's happened. I'm guessing we're expected, well, avoid relegation. We're expecting mid-table straight away. And of course, we have David Amu arriving just in time to hopefully help us with this campaign. With 44 million to go with our campaign. You can see the board's critical of us now. Imagine at the end of this season. So it's all about signings to really survive. Andras Schaefer is the first one. He's a central midfielder who will probably replace Randall by now. And it's going to just be the 2 signings. Guess who this is? No, it's not a real-life player. It's another wonder kid. We've spent 30 big ones on this man, Sebastian Jordan. He came across as an Englishman, but from Lyon, 19-year-old. 80 rated. I am very, very proud of this team that we've built. We've got a 90 rated striker in our first season in the Prem. What more can you ask for? And our first game of the season, not a bad one against Nottingham Forest of the Premier League. Only made 2 signings, but 1 good pre-contract. That's not a good start, though. A 2-0 defeat with Cashin dismissed. And at the moment, we are just sat above the relegation zone. 6 points clear. However, it's not good, the position being 17th. I'm still slightly petrified. Not necessarily worried about anything apart from the fact I can't sign Ben Woodburn up to a contract. The money we have, it's just not enough to give him the Premier League wage. Oh, but we've got it done after selling a player. He's took a very high wage. Is that the highest at the club? It is, you know. Schaefer second, Cashin, Bande, and I don't even... Yeah, Wow. He's on 21k a week. Please say we've survived, you moody board at the moment. We have 15th position in the Premier League with a 91 rated striker. You'd kind of expect better. Can't be too angry in our first season at the big time, though, especially when we've still got Drinan, an actual player from Leyton Orient in real life, still on the bench. We've got Woodburn now going up, Mizuni, Styles, Cunningham, Jordan, and Brown. There's just a couple of replacements that needs to happen, like Ryan Kent. Don't want to see any Champions League news yet, but I hope Wow will be with us when we get there. As Amu, the new signing. What a start. He's had 14 goals. Brilliant stuff. Some gradual improvements over the summer as well, I've got to say, in ratings, as mid-table is what they want. That is what we should be delivering. We failed on the wages big time. And then the youth development, what a midfielder into the team. Okay, we'll try and get that done with 32 million. Gradual decrease in money. And I think it will only be 1 signing because we've got to pay Wow a new wage this season. So here comes our new attacking midfielder. Welcome Christopher Nagle from Heidenheim. And a last signing. The crucial midfielder is going to be Piotr Zielinski. To partner up with Wow, we've bought a crucial midfielder. There he is behind his fellow Polish player, Wow Rinskak, as we're going to go into the first game, which is against Tottenham. An interesting first game, this. Please be a first good game in this league. Hey, we've got a draw from them. And the new signing actually scores. Halfway through, it's better. 12th in the league. There's always improvements to be made, however. 94. 94 rated now is wow. And we need more out of him because we should be in Europe with him up front. It's getting to me a little bit now. As we've got 3 million, I think next season maybe we sell wow and reinvest that money big time into the squad. As for now, all we can focus on is trying to get some clean sheets away from home, trying to get some youth players in, and somehow reducing wages. And we didn't hit the clean sheets. That's got me thinking where we finished. It is another mid-table finish, 10th this time, so we're halfway towards the promised land near the top of the table, which Chelsea won the league by 79 points with. That is a low tally. We should be doing better if that's the winnable amount. As you can see, Tottenham won the FA Cup. They're winning a lot in this, as Everton won over Blackpool in the Carabao. Still refusing to check the continental football till we get there, which hopefully wow fires us to. He's got 18 goals. Ryan Kent off the bench with 18. Surprising. And Negle, the new signing, with 10. God knows what number season this is, as they want us to finish in the Europa League this year. We always start off with these aims. And I think that is kind of realistic. 43 million. Still not as much as that first season. And here is the big news. We've sold Wozniak to Liverpool for £360 million. He is now the most expensive player of all time, I'm pretty sure, and that means we have almost 400 million to spend. And we've reduced wages, and we've made the profit from youngsters. This should be a good season, so let's spend money. First one is an ex-Millwall player. Funnily enough, but it's Charlie Creswell, with the next one being a huge one, and the replacement for wow, Emmanuel Ribeiro. Look at this man. He looks like the fantastic replacement. Yes, it's lower rated, but he's, what, a quarter of his price tag? And a midfield maestro, Fabian Raider. We signed him from Real Madrid, but he wasn't starting. Of course he wasn't. It's got Rodrigo and Vinicius in front of him. And the final one is actually someone I've never signed before. I want you to see this guy, Simeone Pufindi. He looks like a brilliant young buy. That takes the budget down to 67 million, so there's still some left in the tank, but we're not going to waste it all. We're going to rock with this team. I think a backup striker could even be an option very soon that we have to explore. In order for Richie Wellens to have a successful season, he's got to get past Brentford to start off with. As always, we'll fly into the season after this with some contracts to sign. But a draw? Are you having me on? A draw against Brentford? Please say it's a lot better. Oh, it's 10th again. 10th. 10th! I mean, we are 9 points off Champions League and only 4 points off Europa, so that's got to be the aim still. I don't think we'll make any more signings yet as well, because it's a young squad. It can still progress, and then next season we can add to those who don't, like Styles and Bone at the moment. If we don't have Europa League by now, we are in a huge rut, as it's going to be. I think that's it. We've beaten Arsenal and Man United to 7th. That's a good finish, you know, but I don't know what it means. If only Wolves and West Ham wouldn't have done too well, I would have felt more confident. Oh well, we'll check the competitions as... Wow. We've won the FA Cup. We beat Wolves in the final 3-2 to get our hands on a first major trophy. Beautiful stuff. We beat Chelsea in the semis. Man City on penalties. What a road to winning it. Can't believe that. It's unfortunately not repeated in the Carabao. We sold our best player, and now we have Ribeiro, who's increasing almost to the same rating, but for half the price, or quarter, as I don't know why it's not showing me any stats of the players. Nice one, game. Thanks a bunch. Please give us a lot of money still to spend to get into the Champions League. 86 million will do me fine. Still, that's only 20 million added to the 66 we saved last year. I'm guessing the board want us to reach the final of the competition as well, as I'm just looking at my team. I think we definitely need a new backup striker. And in the first team, probably a midfielder. I've changed my mind. So please put your hands together for our new backup striker slash backup attacker slash backup everything. Sure, we do a job at centre-back. Won't play him there. Jonathan Burkhardt signs from Villa. And the next Tottenham player right here, you'll see his face in a minute. It is Joe Willock. Of course, Newcastle, but he was at Betis here. And we've signed him from the Spaniards for 30 million. For myself, they're the two signings that we really needed. A backup striker and now a central midfielder to give us a good shot in the Europa League, which we are in. And we'll get to see the Europa League group after we play the Community Shield against Chelsea. And we get the 50 pence trophy. We've won on penalties against Chelsea. Tell me, Ribeiro, he scored. both goals. And another Fulham-based club, in actual Fulham, to start off our season with. Leyton Orient, come on. We need to push for Champions League places pretty soon. And a 3-0 win will do just the trick. And please tell me we've got an easy group. Okay, I mean, Royal Antwerp, Santa Clara and Hajduk Split. I mean, I can't really moan at all with that. A decent group which we should come out on top in. Oh, and it's not too good so far. We're 8th position, but we do have a game in hand actually, so we could go to 6th. Southampton occupy that spot. But the question I asked literally 2 seconds ago for you guys is, are we through? We are. We topped the group. Antwerp 2nd, Santa Clara and Split. I think that was how the table was actually split at the start, if you pardon the pun. We've now got another 90 rated as well. Ribeiro has just rise to meet his ex-striker, who is replaced. The defence is going up as well. Brown probably could do with replacing, and the midfield's getting more decent. 12 million is quite a little bit of money as well, like a cheeky little pocket money amount, but we've got contracts still to sign, I'm pretty sure. Yep, you can see them right there. Sorry guys, gotta spend money on what you gotta spend money on. And simming on through the season, we have made the semi-finals here of the Europa League. We're only 3 games away from Champs League. Please say we can beat Celtic. With a 91 rated striker, we should do it. 3-2 in the first leg. And that is followed up with a 2-1 win. Come on. It's gonna be Stade Rennais in the final. Interesting tie. I do want to see, of course, the Premier League before this. 6th, so it will be Europa League again next year if we fail to win here. 6 points off Champs League. We of course won the Community Shield, and we don't back up the FA Cup from last year, losing, well, not losing to Leicester, but Leicester winning it, as the Carabao Cup went to Chelsea on penalties over Tottenham. And Barcelona were actually beaten by Stade Rennais in the semi-final, so they're not going to be an easy game. We've got to go full force at them. So they're not going to be a pushover here as Stade Rennais. So we've got a bit of fatigue in the squad from the end of the season as we've won the game on penalties. It was close. Willock missed his in a 3-3 finale. Ribeiro, Mateus Martin scoring in extra time. But all that matters is the Europa League is in Leyton Orient's trophy cabinet. Get in. We lose 3 players at the end of this season as well. 3 good ones. Rondell, who's been here ages. Schrafer and Amu as the top scorer for us this season. Ribeiro with 30 and Bacart came and got 21. Ryder with 10. They need to take the form into the big league now. The champions with less money than I expected. 76 mil. What we expected to do in it. Reach the Okay, calm yourselves. I'm not falling for this one again. Sign 3 players born in Europe. And then use the academy and finish in the Champions League spots. And the only thing we really need is a goalkeeper. So we've gone and got a regen. Kasaba Elek. He's the regen of the Hungarian Peter Golashki. He's only 23 years old. Hopefully he helps us win this league. Didn't say Champions League, didn't say Premier League. So it's undetermined what I mean. So no pressure on myself. And we're going to test ourselves even more than Chelsea last season with Real Madrid in the Super Cup. How time flies to this part of the season. Last year we were mid-table. Now we're facing Real Madrid and we're beating Real Madrid. 10 men. They're 1-0 up as well through Rodrigo. That is another trophy in the cabinet. And again, Tottenham is just such an interesting game to start off with in this league, which we win 2-1. And I've just realised Joe Willock isn't an ex-Spurs player, he's an ex-Arsenal player. Been saying that wrong. Please do not slate me in the comments. And we're straight in the Champions League. No qualification with Wolfsburg, Marseille and Ajax. That's a very tightly congested group, and I think we'd struggle to go through. And before we actually look at what's happened halfway through, we've won Manager of the Month. Can only mean good things. I mean, if we get it and we're in the relegation zone, then there's a problem with the FA, as we are 3rd behind Liverpool and Manchester United. Only 2 defeats year round. Still 18 games to go, however, and we want to check the Champions League. Are we through? We are. We've got Atletico Madrid. We finished top of that group, and like I said, no one clearly going through. There was a 4-point gap that formed, but every team could literally beat every team. So how are we going to get on at the Metropolitano? I'm interested. I really don't know if we're on this level yet, but we do have a 92 rated striker, and we've got a draw. But there is still a second leg to actually progress through in this stage. We've done it on penalties. Cunningham, our centre-half, beating New Mench's miss. And Barcelona next. We're doing this Spanish tour. And we've got this first leg at home in London. So can we do it in the capital? A draw again. And we've got to go to the El Liberador or whatever it is. It's the new camp. It's the new camp. And the result is going to be a 2-1 win. Ribeiro. Whew. Semi-final time. The team's still in. Chelsea and Spurs have got to play. Juventus are through. And I'm guessing City with their advantage. We're going to get Chelsea. It's a London derby. Both times for this next one. Stamford Bridge. Not far to travel at all for the O's. As they've got a tired team. I mean, we have as well. Etike versus Ribeiro up front. A 1-1 draw again. And a very tired team. Ben Woodburn's still going strong in this squad. He's been here quite a while now. And he will continue with the winning goal. He scored. Ribeiro. Woodburn in the 85th minute. Reece James adding to the little bit of threat. But Ben Woodburn. I don't know who else is going to be. It's the final next. It's the final. How am I even forgetting? Don't know who will play. But we will welcome anyone. It isn't a good end to the season. Well, we're unbeaten, but 2 draws at the end right there as we faced Juve in the final. Thumbs down from the board. Have we done well enough in the league? That's the question. So I don't know where this final's taking place. Premier League, we finished 4th. Chelsea, Man United and Liverpool jumping above us. We were so far off the title. It is unreal. Still Champions League football for next season as Chelsea win the FA Cup. Carabao goes to United. Oh, we could have won the Carabao Cup as well. Won the FA Cup. Would have been nice for the Carabao to go with it. Maybe next season. That's if we need a next season, but I'm not even gonna think that way. Look at the stats as well. Roberto 33 goals. Ben Woodburn at 33-year-old. 14 goals, 13 assists. Redder with 11 goals, 12 assists. 2 other players with 10 as well. It's an aging squad, but it's very experienced, and hopefully that experience shines through against Juventus in the final. A smaller stadium, but easily it's going to be full with Juve fans because we don't have the Hugies following. We've got half the stadium, the Atatürk Olimpiyat Stadi, and you can see De Bruyne is on their side. Or is it De Bruyne? Because I don't see him in their lineup anywhere. I didn't even see the lineup altogether. Let's have a look. Charlie Patino, Zawinski, Bernier and Vlahovic. That's what we're going to worry about. So here's Chris Willock running through the middle of the Juve defence. He's allowed a lot of space. Probably in the Champions League next season with Newcastle. There's a shot right there. As here's El Mazzuni, another player who's been here since day one. Signed on a permanent. That's a good move as well. That's a good shot. And that's... Simon didn't even know that second one was coming. How have we not scored there? Ben Woodburn onto the edge of the box. Joe Willock wide. Got to keep this early pressure up if we're going to win this game. Here's Jordan, the right back, into Joe Willock again. Idris El Mazzuni will be fitted if he scored, and he does against Juventus. It's a brilliant strike from our central midfielder, who's an OG of Leyton Orient. Is that the first time an OG scored in this save? It may be. In these rebuilds, what a fire into the side netting. Now it's just the task of keeping them out. However, now they have the ball. El Mazzuni getting back to defend. Man of the match if I've ever seen one in the first 26 minutes, but they're still getting past us. Sliding in all over the place. Vlahovic into Bernier. And that is one apiece here. An instant response from the old lady. We need to be better than we were just there as Profundi's going to run down the line. Hopefully prove us to be better. That's a good ball into the box. Missing our player. Ben Woodburn, get some of your magic going again. Look at this man. He's just so elegant. Ryder, he's slipped over a little bit. Getting in each other's way, but we still managed to keep the ball. That's on to Ben Woodburn, who gets the goal as well. He finishes off the move. A goal in the semis. A goal in the final for our 2 first signings. Unbelievable. It's like his first goal against Austria for Wales. Run it back because he is the hero. Just in time before half-time, but Vlahovic scores straight away. Man, this game's turning into a classic, which I don't like. Conceded just before half-time. I don't even want to watch that replay from them because that was a sloppy goal. We've got to try and run down the other end and get a 3-2 if we can. I think Profundi went out of play. Oh well, all into the second 45. Still pushing on. Cresswell finding the ball right now into Willock. And he's got to look for Ben Woodburn, the 33-year-old who still looks literally my age. Running inside, going for an optimistical one. As here's Ribeiro. Come on, let's make a move here. El Mazzuni There's a man just waiting on his own in the middle. We've let someone run onto it. It's Joe Willock. 3-2 in the dying embers of this Champions League final. And Willock comes out on top. I can't believe it. Have we just robbed this game? This chance came out of nowhere. Bang! We're in the lead. All hands to the defensive bump now as they've got a corner. Of course they have. They've brought it back 2 times already. Mark Vlahovic. They're getting closer. Edge of the box. Benoit Badiashile. Elek with a save. Backer on the edge of his box. It's just everyone getting the ball. Moretti. As P rolled it in. We're going to have to go again. Fabio Moretti. It's the captain's contribution through the legs of Cunningham. Or El Mizzuni, I think it might have been. Richie Wellens has got to get his men up for it again. Come on, we can do this. We've got literally 1 added minute here, probably. Ribeiro, round the edge. This is Ryder. That's a deflection. That's Joe Willock. We couldn't take that chance, and it was offside, actually. But still another chance here. Woodburn. Ribeiro's in the middle if he can get his head on that. There's a ball at the back post. It's Profundi. It's 4-3 to the O's. And surely Richie Wellens has his hands on a Champions League trophy. Oh my! How has this happened? How has this happened at the back post? It should be one. I'm praying it is. Yes, as soon as the ball's kicked. You know what that means. Get it put in the cabinet because Leyton Orient have won the Champions League. From promotion to League One. We've gone all the way, spending a lot of time in the Championship, but it doesn't matter now. We've won the big trophy. It's going to be Styles to lift the trophy as well. He's been here quite a while at that left back spot. The white and red on the trophy as it will go into the cabinet after this. What an achievement. And who's stadium to do it at as well? Ben Woodburn, El Mizzuni, Ribeiro, and of course Profundi, the Italian who's gone under the radar as a signing, scoring that winning goal to take a League 2 team still in real life. The promotion hasn't gone through to League 1. If you do want to see a new rebuild as well, tell me some teams below. Tell me some ideas and I'll try and get them done. This one has been an extravaganza.